Greetings, Tecmo Super Bowl fans. This is Trojan, joined in the booth again by Old Dirty Tecmo. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. Thanks for having me again. This is, I'm getting the hang of this a little bit, feeling more comfortable, and it's a great time. Anybody listening who'd like to give it a try, I'm sure Troy would love to have you.
It's always fun. It's great having other perspective, even yours.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, it's been a lot of fun. So we are in an elimination game here between Darthrockman and Ryan11P, two veterans of the online scene. Both have been featured in commentary videos, both on their own as well as in this tournament. Darthrockman and Ryan both recently being involved with the Thunderbolts broadcast, and then Ryan has had multiple Madison appearances with his broadcasting experience. Both very knowledgeable guys, and should be a pleasure to call this game today. We have San Diego Chargers versus the Denver Broncos, and Ryan chose to take the Broncos. Let's get right into it.
I'd maybe like to see Ryan take the Chargers just to get a little extra defense to help against Rockman's tapping, but Denver's at least got some speed. Shouldn't play out to be too many isolation grapples, but we'll see. We'll probably see some big plays either stopped or broken off, at least one or two. Maybe we'll see butts for a 60-yard run or so.
Pretty pedestrian return there out to the 17-yard line, and we have pass two called burn route down to Quinn early. Jukes the defender out near the 44-yard line of Denver. So quick strike there, and looks like Ryan's they can run right away. And we have a run one called. Dennis Smith with the tackle, bottles that up, 2-yard gain only, second down and 8. Looks like he's sticking with Tolliver here for those burn routes. Gets up to the top, baits him into throwing to wide receiver 1, and incomplete, third down and 8 coming up. We see pass 1 here. 2 guys open, 3 guys open. Down to the tight end.
Nice play.
Walker tried to engage to see if he can break 3 on the taps, but I don't think he's fast enough to really do any damage at that point. I would have liked to see him get out of bounds there.
That's for sure. You can't risk the fumble.
We see run 1 with Marion Butts. Ryan definitely not wanting to get stuck in that isolation tap situation. And here we have a weak side open. Mecklenburg goes for the dive. I think he would have been okay to engage there. He had drone help coming, but elects to attempt the dive, and Marion Butts in 4-6. So nice drive there by Darthrockman to start the game.
Yeah, that's one of those unspoken or sort of unnoticed hidden stat type things of a tapper. So you have to, Troy, you probably wouldn't know because you're not on the other end of it as much, but you got to kind of revolve your entire game plan around it, not just from playbook and play picking, but also how you approach the other man player. It can be really difficult.
Here we see a running attack on by Ryan here, and here you see once the isolation happens, that's the difference between a 5-yard gain and a 30-yard gain.
Absolutely.
Looks like a pass 4 called up to Green.
I mean, the game could very well come
correction,
to
pass 1
the
on
isolation grapple. Does it turn into an 80-yard run, or does it turn into a Rockman fumble because he, doesn't get out of bounds? Time will tell.
And we see a called pass play there. And that's the difference with these quarterbacks with their trajectory and low pass control. You're going to see more sacks being taken just because it's very dangerous to throw on these secondaries.
Definitely. Not to mention Rockman can probably afford to call pass a little bit more on defense than Ryan can, again, because of the tapping advantage, which is exactly why he called this matchup.
Nice little arrow trick there to Jackson, and he's in the clear, perfectly executed into the end zone. Touchdown, Ryan11P. It looked like initially Darthrockman took away that angular burn route to the top and then got caught with that arrow trick coming back up to stop the gain underneath, and perfectly executed by Ryan there.
Yeah, did you catch? I thought the RB1 there was some coverage there, but maybe I looked wrong.
He may have had a gap there. I don't remember for sure. I just noticed where the icon went on the player was up top there to the RB1. And now we have a pass 4 formation here, Red Gun Z. Multiple guys open, and I think Tolliver's just going to keep it. He does, and gets tackled by the drone. So drone's getting it done early for Ryan11P here. Now we've got a run 3, and this will be a test every time this play is called. And now we have a fumble. This is huge for Ryan. Steve Atwater with the recovery inside the 15-yard line. So Tecmo Gods waiting until the second quarter to reveal themselves, but now Ryan has the initiative with the possession lead here. Up the middle of Humphrey on run 2 there. Looked like he might have been able to get into the end zone. Drones do clean him up there. 2nd and 1 inside the 5. Glenn on defense here. Actually, really nice decision there on Darthrockman. There's coverage on every single receiver and pushes Ryan back to the 10, with a 3rd down and 10 coming up. And now we have a pro set again, another dive play. Getting blocking help. Gets caught on his own blocker, cannot get away. That was a potential touchdown left on the table there.
That gifted fumble still gives him somewhat of a go-ahead touchdown here, depending on how time of possession works out.
So settling for a David Treadwell field goal is Ryan11P up 10-7. Darthrockman dodges that early Tecmo God intervention, and we'll see what he can do here with just under 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Condition check time. Looks like the gang's all in average condition here. Joe Caravello in good. Might find himself on the field here. That's a guy you'd probably want to sub in for early. That's just my opinion. But doesn't elect to do that. So it looks like we have weak side open formation here. Carl Mecklenburg on defense. Isolation opportunity here. He's got the drone help coming in, and 2nd down and 3 coming up, 7 yards on 1st down. Always a nice gain if you can get 5 or 6 on 1st. And now we've got pass 2. Multiple guys open, and wisely keeping on the ground is Tolliver. And Darthrockman definitely wants to take his time here.
Yeah, he has plenty of time.
Pass 1 called, a lot of coverage on the play. Did a good job to get that drone out of the mix to create that isolation opportunity. Instead of having to throw into coverage or take a sack, he has a 3-yard gain on 1st down. And that's the experience of veteran play, to be able to maneuver those drones in the backfield while still maintaining your eyes down the field. And now he's got 3rd down and 3. So kind of the same story there. It was covered. I think he's been anticipating run calls, and as far as what Ryan would be calling defensively, he actually was picking pass, and now this time he's going to force Darth to go down the field with bits and chunks and hope for another fumble. Four yards on 1st down for Butts. I think Ryan would take that every play. Pass 1 here. Goes down to the tight end Walker. Saw that before. This time he gets out of bounds. 41 seconds remaining in the half. And now we're definitely in field goal range for John Carney. Running back 2 is streaking down the field there, but electing to hang on to the ball wisely.
Ryan's doing a great job of just bend, not break, and actually turn the tables on Rockman using the clock against him here.
And now in field goal, close field goal range, 6 seconds left here. Opportunity to tie the game. Darthrockman not taking any chances there.
Yeah, another 20 seconds and might have seen a touchdown on that play, perhaps.
John Carney ties it up 10-10. We'll see one final kickoff here to end the half.
Pretty good half of Tecmo. Rockman got a little short end of the stick there, but not take anything away from Ryan. He would have done his work anyway. He's played pretty much flawless.
We'll enjoy halftime, folks. We'll see what the band's playing and see the cheerleaders. That kiss is for you if you're out there. All right. So, kicking off to Ryan11P is up in possession here. He's really in the driver's seat moving forward for this, and Clarence K. Pre-pedestrian return out to the 15-yard line. Plenty of breathing room here for Ryan11P. You see a run one. And this play can be difficult if you don't have tapping advantage because you can't engage the man defender. You're going to get taken out. If you have someone sitting at the top, that's usually where you see that play being called. Not so sure I like it in this playbook against this player. Comes up here to running back one. Humphrey is open. And now he's a weapon in the open field here. To the 40, 35, 30, and out at the 29-yard line. So kind of forcing the issue. Darthrockman coming up and forcing that throw. And Humphrey right behind the defense there for a huge gain. Single back formation. Bird trying to do his Nas impression, and he does. Nice play by Darthrockman.
Very nice.
Pass one here. Lots of options open. Keeps it on the ground with Elway. Takes the sure thing. There's a lot of traffic across down to the tight end, so I don't think he liked throwing it down there. You never know with Elway. And now we have an interception, speaking of the devil, and Seeley with the pick. So Darthrockman now in the driver's seat, 2:32 remaining in the third quarter. What happened on that play?
Yeah, I got caught in a little bit of lag on my end on that one. I think he went for the burn route, and I don't know, was that
was that cut off a little bit, possibly?
Yeah.
It went over the head into the into Seeley's hands there. So
got burnt by the low pass control of Elway there. And I was just about to say both quarterbacks had looked pretty good from a Tecmo, a man standpoint, but also a Tecmo standpoint. Both quarterbacks were getting it done up until then.
He had called run one to the top, 2-yard loss.
Because one strategy to use in this matchup is if time permits and score also, you can overplay on defense and force Tolliver and Elway to throw those long, deeper passing routes. They both struggle with that. And sometimes, I'll give up a touchdown doing that, but then sometimes you can come up with a nice third or fourth down stop, get yourself out of a jam.
Well, Ryan11P doing his best Bill Belichick impression, calling 3 plays in a row. Nothing doing for Darthrockman to defeat the called plays. And now Clarence K on the return out to the 30-31-yard line. And now he's back in the driver's seat with 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Pro set formation. Expect a dive play here. Rolling in, attempting the dive, misses with the drone, cleans it up. And he's doing his best Simon Fletcher impression here on defense. Nice play there because that linebacker's not the best thing in the world.
Yeah, I think he needs to be careful selling out on the LB4. I know sometimes you can make that work, but at the percentage that it actually works and doing that at first down, that's a recipe for Humphrey to break off a good 50-yard run. And with as great as this game's been played defensively, I don't think he can afford that right now.
Humphrey, a top 10 back in this game. He's certainly a weapon. And this time, Junior Sayal cleaning up Ryan on 4th down on his own end. So now near the 30-yard line, Darthrockman, and 4th called play in a row. So you get the feeling like these guys have played before.
Yeah, I would say.
And now a run 3 is called. Ryan getting engaged by blocker. I don't think he meant to do that. And now 3rd and 9, very manageable here for Darthrockman. You'll see if he can get away with 2 plays in a row where it wasn't called, and he can't. So 4 out of 5, Ryan11P calling it, and now Mecklenburg is going to try to rush this John Carney field goal. No animation, looks to be straight enough, and it is good. So Darthrockman taking the lead here in the fourth quarter, 13-10. Plenty of time remaining for Ryan11P in this one.
Wow, that's quite the Joey Gatz impression there by Ryan, picking so many plays. Joey lives inside his opponent's head.
If he lived in my head, it'd be a pretty scary place. And now Clarence K getting past the initial pack there and not getting greedy as Ryan. He's out past the 25.
That's the way you set up a winning drive.
Really two players open, quote-unquote, uncovered. Just keeps it on the ground with Elway 6 yards on first down. This is now a first down for Humphreys there, and we're going to keep seeing this dink and dunk. I don't think he wants to give him enough time. I don't know if he can burn 3:10 off the clock, but he's going to not give him as much time as possible. Underneath to the back of tight end Green. Out of bounds, 7 yards on first down. Single back formation.
Goes with Elway, I guess, to burn that time.
Up to Mark Jackson on pass 2. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line, 2:34 remaining here in the fourth. We see a pro set formation, and we'll see if he can stick with that selling out and dive play. And this time he's getting burned, like you said. And lucky that did not go for six there. So we've got first down here in 10, just over 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
If I'm Ryan, I would call run 2 until he calls it. Him selling out on LB4 like that, I'm salivating.
Second down and 12 here. Already in field goal range is Ryan. And now Humphrey in the clear to the end zone. Touchdown, Ryan11P to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter. Bobby Humphrey.
Well, logic would tell me that the defense that the Broncos have been playing, that they're in really good shape here, but then also Rockman's due after that fumble and all those called plays. And maybe he'll see a little bit of Tecmo luck come his way. Wonder if he'll remember to put Butts in at wide receiver. That would be my recommendation, at least in the next few plays.
And I would expect a Mark Vlasic sighting in the near future as well, if depending on how these first couple plays go.
Yep. For those that don't know, you need a slower arm and faster legs to be able to buy yourself enough time to heave that ball all the way in the opponent's end zone.
You want to avoid that last-second tip as well. Out to the 40, so plenty of breathing room here. Probably 1 or 2 attempts into the end zone here is all he has left. And now going with run 3, he's trying to catch him in pass mode and get that isolation opportunity. Nice job. And this will be probably the last play of the game. 6 seconds remaining. And now with Vlasic.
I would still recommend Butts wide. But if Ryan decides to man Fletcher or Mecklenburg as a nickelback, Vlasic to Miller gives you a slight chance for a CC as well. So perhaps he's thinking that route.
The thing is with his, you got to put Miller down below because you're making it 50-50 there if you want to go to him.
Yep.
You got to have that wide receiver 2-3 of the 4. Now it's a 1 in 3 chance to call the play on defense. So, and it looks like a pass 4 here. You got to know where it's going. It's got to be going down below to Miller.
He's got his best DB.
And it is caught by Anthony Miller in the end zone. Touchdown, Darthrockman to close this one out. What a finish.
Ouch. Nice game, fellas. Ryan, sorry you had to go out like that, man. Well played.
Well, Mark Vlasic coming off the pine to win the game. BJ Tolliver just has to be upset with the coach there, but has to pretend to be happy for the team. That's probably why he got traded. Anyway, Darthrockman with the victory, 20-17. This was an elimination game, so Darthrockman will advance here. Ryan11P, well played game. Seemed to be in control for most of it, and just didn't have the ball at the end of the game. That's really what it came out to there. So sometimes the Tecmo gods get you. Was well covered and just that right placement there at the right time at the end of the game.
Yeah, to those watching, you go back to that final drive by the Broncos where we were talking about running down the clock. It works both ways. Sometimes you'll see the defense overplay, again in situations like that, just baiting the other team to score, knowing that they're going to have some time to answer back. That really comes down to the feel of the game. This is a pretty defensive game, so I think, if you get those points, you take advantage of them. Hindsight's 20/20, and I'm sure Ryan's probably wondering, maybe if he could have caught a few more passes and scrambled a few more times with Elway just to knock some time off, it wouldn't have come down to that, what was that, a 30, 40 yard play with 6 Tecmo seconds left for the game. That hurts.
It absolutely does. It absolutely does. So, good tournament, Ryan11P. Darthrockman advances, and be interested to see how Darth does here as we're winding down here in the losers bracket. Just a handful of games yet to be played before the semifinals are hit in the winners bracket. So, thanks to everyone who watched here today. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, hit thumbs down. Hit subscribe if you want more of this content in your feed, and let us know your thoughts about the game in the comments. We'll have a link to the bracket in the description and our Facebook page and Twitter if you want to get connected with us and stay connected to what's happening in this tournament. For ODT, this is Trojan signing off from GBLAN Online Tecmo. We'll see you next time.